Welcome back to Radical Investors, where we talk about stocks, crypto, NFTs, and all the ways how to make the money. I'm Wasu.
I'm Hamed.
And today we're talking about cancel culture and what it means for Rumble, the stock that we think is going to make you and us $1 million.
Let's go.
Guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're here for free thinking radical type investments, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Guys, we bring you investments from all kinds of places, from the stock market to the NFT market to the crypto market. Right. We are bringing you these type of investments. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah, that's right. Our target with these investments is a 10x minimum return. That's a quantum gain for us. So if that's something that you like my brother said, hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah, so let's get into the video. If you guys haven't heard, Kanye West has been going on a rant parade for the last couple of weeks now, right? Yeah, so he's been like going in, and he recently just got canceled, right? For saying stuff like White Lives Matter. He got canceled generally, but he got deplatformed because he had something to say about our Jewish brothers and sisters. He said, and we'll put the tweet up, but he said something along the lines of, I'm going DEFCON 3 on the Jewish community. And he said some stuff like,
he could say that because black people are also Jewish.
Right. He said black people are the real Jews. And that Jewish people have been canceling people for ages. That's basically what he said.
Right.
Nothing along the lines that would push. How should I say this? Nothing super inflammatory in our book, but this is what he said to get him absolutely removed from Instagram, absolutely removed from Twitter, right? And these are the same things that we saw with Andrew Tate a couple of weeks ago. Right. We see other really notable people getting deplatformed when you offend certain groups of people, right? And do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just we're seeing a consistency of different specialized groups, apparently, right? That there seems to be some level of commentary about it, and what you see is platforms going after individuals for making comments, which are just opinions, and it's their point of view with certain things. None of these things, including a lot of known people, have really been some act of violence or some encouragement to act. A lot of people are trying to twist Kanye's words and say that is, but they're not even reading the full context of of what he actually posted. Yeah. So it's really just interesting how these platforms are really just being selective in how they go about this process, and it really no real clear communication as to what is and what isn't, right? Because you can go through the platform and find more real offensive, real anti-Semitic, and you can find real things on platforms, and that's really being turned a blind eye.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting who's protected and who's not, right? Who can you make fun of? Who can you troll? Who can you say something provocative about, and who you can't? So literally a couple of days ago, he had White Lives Matter on his on the runway, right? That's what he debuted, right? That was his thing, right? Really offensive to the Black Lives Matter community, the black community, right? No one in Instagram, no one in Twitter gave any cares about that. No. They did not care. You know, when he came out years ago and he said George Bush doesn't care about black people, right? And he the white community was offended at. No one cared, right? No one cares, right? No, when people make comments about Asians, Latinos, other communities, no one cares, right? But when you have a certain protected group, when you basically just say, Jew, all of a sudden, it was super anti-Semitic, and he needs to be canceled. You have people like AOC, the senator from, not the senator, the congresswoman from New York, coming out making statements like, we have to stand against violence, we have to stand against anti-Semitism.
Everybody's really
are you
coming
kidding
out.
me?
Yeah.
Are you really kidding me? So that's the first thing that comes to mind is who's protected and who is really running these situations and who is not, right? Because when you come out and you say one word and then everybody, the whole establishment jumps on you, that is not good, right? The second thing, I think these platforms are getting a little out of control, personally.
Yeah, no, they are.
You know, I said this, and again, you can go check the record. We said this when Twitter deplatformed Donald Trump at the time. I think he was just the ex-president, or was he the sitting president?
No, he was the sitting president.
He was the sitting president. That's absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of thought leaders are getting deplatformed from these platforms. And to me, that's, again, not good. There's one thing if you're inciting violence. There's one thing if you're saying my group of people go after that group of people.
Right.
But when you're just, you know, America, and we say this a lot, is supposed to be the marketplace of ideas. Now, if you think Kanye West's ideas are stupid, which a lot of people do, right?
Right.
You have the ability to set up shop across the street and spread your own ideas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
if you think White Lives Matter is stupid, you can make the effort to put that point of view out there. White Lives Matter is stupid. If you think Black Lives Matter is stupid, you have the point to do that, right?
And people are doing this,
yes.
right? So that's like, this is the American way, where people are expressing,
and we cannot allow these platforms to become the arbiter of truth.
Right.
Because,
which is what we're seeing in all of these cancellations. We're literally deciding what is truth. What is truth.
And PayPal, right, just had a huge thing come out when they were going to fine people $2,000 for misinformation. When PayPal would decide what misinformation is. Can I remind you, in 2020, right, when people were coming out and saying about COVID-19 that it came from a lab, right, and people were saying, oh, that's racist, right, oh, that's misinformation.
That's misinformation.
Turns out
turns out that's what the actual cause was, right?
And
that's been quiet, right? That hasn't been brought up since or spoken about. But yeah, that's that one thing that was seen as a conspiracy theory was in fact true.
Exactly. And does the CDC go back to these content creators that removed from platforms like YouTube, removed from platforms like Twitter, say sorry? Do people compensate them for money's lost?
Those people's lives are ruined.
Right? When they were blackballed from platforms, were they compensated for that? Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. And that's why we are big champions of platforms like Rumble that promote free speech and free thought, and just and don't blackball people because they go against the corporate narrative. And that's what I'll say, you know, because you get a lot of, we have friends, progressive friends, I have very conservative friends.
Right.
On different issues, we land on different sides of the coin, right? But what's very important to remember, you want all sides to have spaces to speak, because when you start to get squashed by corporate interest, it's really
at that current time.
Yeah, but
corporate interest can always
change, it's
right? Really
a top-down thing, and what we're giving these people by conceding and giving these people the platform to decide what's truth and what's not. We're giving people to become the arbiter of truth, and one day it could be you, right? One day it could be your protected group, right? So it's really not about left, right. It's about top down. And these platforms and the establishment, their goal is to be able to control how you think, what you can say, right? Ultimately, they want you to become like those people on Wall-E, a fat vegetable. Right. Consuming things. That's literally the goal.
It just has completely the world's attention.
Just because that ultimately with unchained capitalism, that's what they want. They want you to be a fat consumer with no thought, with no ability to move, right? With no ability to fight back in any capacity. That's why they're against, right? Corporate interest is against 2A rights, right?
Yeah.
Corporate interest is against is against free thought. Corporate interest is against different communities coming together, right? That's why they always like to pit, right? If you watch the news, they love to pit black versus white.
Yeah, it's always
one group versus another.
Yeah, one against the other.
Right? Because they have incentives to put these groups against one another because they want to keep you distracted. They want to keep you sick by poisoning your food. They want to make you unarmed. And then now they're testing out means of controlling your speech.
Yeah.
Right? And can you imagine if Kanye West, if Donald Trump, if the president of the United States can get deplatformed in 10 years' time, imagine what they're going to be able to do to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no-brainer, man, right? It's gonna be a complete no-brainer, and look, and this is why, to go back to like why we think Rumble, right, is at this point in time they are one of the only platforms really where they don't have this level of. They don't have any of this cancellation stuff, and they're allowing ideas to be discussed, shared, and just debated on and just spoken about. And, you know, I want to liken all of this cancellation stuff. It's very, very wild, too, because, you know, if we look at the court of law, it is you are innocent until proven guilty, right? That is the gold standard that we look to go for. At least that's the golden anchor, right? Innocent until proven guilty, right? You have to go through a process to then be have, you know, a verdict against you or so, right? And what we see is that kind of thinking is not applied here at all. This is some old school
ruled by mob
ruled by mob stuff. It's like, okay, we don't like you, we're the king, off with the head. Like it's insane. It's very it's a very demonic thing. It's not a human thing. It's not a real democratic process at all. So hopefully we'll see some changes. We'll hopefully get some questions and some answers with what happens with this Kanye West saga to come, and see how it plays out. But yeah, maybe Kanye might have to, you know, move over to the Rumble platform.
That's it.
Right?
Rumble, if you're watching this, give Kanye West a whole bag.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, we always say Kanye is equal part genius and equal part dummy. But you know, he did make My Dark Twisted Fantasy, so he gets a lot of rope from me. Yeah. But yeah, bros, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Hit the comment section. This is a very, very interesting topic, a very lively debate that we're having with a lot of Radical Investor members. Make sure to hit that comment section. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe, guys. We'll catch you on the next video.
Peace.
Happy hunting. Peace. You want to do that again?
What, the last part?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Guys, hit that comment section. We'll catch you on the next one. Happy hunting.
Peace. Yeah, you know.